Welcome in to the latest edition of Sheen and Sandhu Pigskin Picks, Week 6 NFL. What is going on? Are you ready to rock and roll? Week 6
I'm
NFL
ready.
picks.
I'm ready for us to get back on the winning side on Thursday when we face the Jackson Dart Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Get it?
Yep. Okay, well, so far season, as most people can tell on the bottom, 25-15, 10 games above 500, 63%, pretty damn good. Let's do a quick recap of our picks. You are 2-0 with your platinum picks, Jared. Congratulations. Indy -7 was not in question. Denver +4.5 came through for me. Houston -1 easily came through against the beat up Ravens. Detroit -10 came through for you. It was pretty much a domination since he only had 3 points through the first 3 quarters. Carolina came back to win my dog pick, and then both our teasers with Buffalo losing, right? And then both of our survivor picks lost with that incredible Arizona fuck up, DeMarcado.
It's like all the teams don't want the pressure of thinking about being undefeated. It's like, get that loss out of the way. Now let's go 16-1 and let's fucking win the Super Bowl kind of thing, right? Like the undefeated thing just adds another layer of stress and press, and like nobody needs it. So I know no one loses on purpose, but I'm just not surprised that it happened.
Well, there's going to be different. I think there's always different levels of motivation because you got 17 games. You can't be like as pumped up to be facing Philadelphia or like compared to like Carolina or New Orleans. There's just some games you're going to sleepwalk through, right? It's like a Wednesday afternoon at work or something like that where you're coasting. But let's get into some platinum picks, shall we, Jer? You want to kick it off and let me know why you are going back to the Indianapolis Colts for your platinum pick?
They are rolling. They're just rolling everywhere. Defense, offense. I just love they can just, if something doesn't work, they can just fall back on so much stuff. Like they can start with Jonathan Taylor. If that doesn't work, you got Daniel slinging it out there. I just love how they look. I know their competition hasn't been the best as of yet. They're yet to face a top-notch defense, but I think they continue to roll.
Well, they played Denver.
Yeah.
They scored a few points on Denver when they weren't punting there the first 2 games, but besides that, they've had some pretty easy defenses to go up against. But hey, man, you got to play who's in front of you, and now they got a wounded Arizona team, and the coach just got fined $100K by the team. That's pretty crazy. That's probably like what, a tenth of his salary, or I don't know, maybe. Yeah, he slapped DeMarcado, I guess, after he dropped the ball. So Arizona, you would think they're going to be motivated. You're going to think a lot of the recreational bettors will be on Indy. I think they've got the respect of the recreational bettors. So you're grabbing, or you're laying the 6.5, so they can win by a touchdown, and you're golden.
Oh, for sure. I think they will. I think Arizona's defense might put up a fight early and make it look close, but yeah, I think it might even be double digits by the end of this one. Arizona just tires out at the end. I could just see the Colts scoring 17 or 21 in the fourth quarter. How somehow just crazy to make it.
All their games for this year for Arizona have all been 1-score games, like 7 points or less. Like all their victories and losses, they've always been fairly close. So they play to their competition definitely. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what the running back situation is. Michael Carter was okay last week, but
I don't know
we'll
what their
see what he
Kyler
does this
Murray
week. And then,
situation is. It's like, yeah, no,
yeah,
Colts, baby, like for sure.
you got to think
Yeah, that'll be
Shane Steichen isn't got to be in the front runner for head coach of the year, right? Like the way he's calling plays and turning
I don't know
Daniel
for
Jones
sure.
back into
And
a good quarterback.
he did it with the Eagles for all that time and did it great. But I'm just glad that he's got a level-headed guy with some experience in there now. I know Jones will be Jones eventually. Hope not for the Colts
Where would they
fans.
be with Richardson, right? Where would they be with
Right? I
Richardson
don't think
starting,
so.
right?
Yeah, I don't think so. I just don't see them. Maybe 3-2 or something. I just don't see. Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
loving
No, I hear you.
Jones.
Yeah, they're calling him Indiana Jones, right? Indianapolis Jones there. So that's your platinum. Cheers, trying to go 3-0 on the show. I am taking the Kansas City Chiefs minus the 2.5. Short week and all. You got to think they're going to be motivated after losing that heartbreaking loss in Jacksonville. They're facing the high flying Detroit Lions, who keep scoring and scoring. 4 straight wins after that disappointing week one there, Chair, for Detroit. I know you're big on them, and you have them to win the
Um,
division. But
Something fishy, obviously, when the
mhm.
Detroit's getting points. Like I know Kansas City's this great dynasty and everything, but yeah, just like
Detroit
that
is
Chiefs
missing
Giants
their two
game,
starting
something
cornerbacks.
fishy. Oh, sorry.
Well, Detroit's missing their two starting cornerbacks.
Oh, got it.
So you
Gotcha.
got to think Patrick Mahomes is going to be picking on the backup guys, right? And Kansas City is 2-3. If they go 2-4, pretty tough chance to win a division. And I mean, the time that Detroit, I should say, they do struggle a little bit on the road. Jared Goff is known for his tiny, teeny hands, so that doesn't always work in the colder weather. But I don't think it's going to be that cold in Kansas City in October, so shouldn't be that big of a deal. It's a primetime Sunday game. I think Kansas City's got to be pretty motivated for that, and it's a non-conference game, so it's not as important. But still, I mean, you need this game, and I think you know Detroit's been playing not the best teams lately. They faced Cincinnati week 2. They beat up on a lowly Bears, and who
The
else did they beat
AFC
up in
West
there as well?
has
They beat up
gone
some pretty
downhill though, huge. I just, this once vaunted
well
division
injuries, bro.
is, yeah, I
Right?
know, of course, no, of course, but
Chargers are beat up.
hopefully they play through
Kansas City
that.
was beat up. I mean, Rasheed Rice suspended. hmm And like, what's his Worthy was out for Kansas City a game or two. It's just tough when you don't have your top guys, right? But yeah, it's going to be an amazing game Sunday night. Kansas City Chiefs, Detroit Lions. Let's go to our gold selections. So far, I'm 4-1 with my gold picks this year, and I am taking Atlanta Falcons off a bye Monday night home dog to kind of struggling Buffalo Bills, Jer. Back to that Thursday night game against Miami where they let Miami stick around. That was kind of surprising because usually they just, mollywop teams when they're up 15-20. And then against the New Orleans Saints, that game too, it was like a 4-point game late. And then, so something's up with them. I think their defense is struggling a little bit. And Bijan Robinson, I think this is his chance to be, this is his spotlight national game to get right. So give me Atlanta to lose by a field goal or 4. So I will grab those points coming off a
I
bye.
wouldn't be,
Michael
I wouldn't be
Penix.
worried about Atlanta's offense, but their defense is going to basically dictate what happens in this game. I still believe in Buffalo's defense. I think they're going to keep it decent. It's just, is the
They're not the
defense
same
that
without
let
Milano.
Carolina get 30. I know we say
Mm-hmm.
divisional is different, but it's still.
That's just one game, though. That's just one game.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean, like
I really think
sometimes,
that it's
sometimes say
all
it
Atlanta's
goes
defense.
downhill. Yeah, Atlanta's defense has been solid this year. I'm impressed by them. I just think Atlanta, if you can score 24 points here, I think you can get a cover. I think Buffalo's just cruising right now, and they got off to a really good start. And yeah, without Milano in the middle there, and they're also missing another linebacker. I can't think of his name. So he makes a difference. He's like the rush stopper and whatnot. So I'm taking the Falcons plus the 4.5. You tell me why you're taking the LA Rams on the road against a wounded Baltimore team, Share. What are you thinking?
Well, as you know, I traditionally attack weak teams, and Baltimore is just
I've attacked
they're
Baltimore
they have
the last 2 weeks.
like man, they've astounded me on how bad they've gotten from everyone's pick to win the Super Bowl or to at least be there to this. And I don't think it's going to get any better anytime soon. And yeah, the Rams, they have a tendency, they can put up a lot of points. And yeah, I think
Yeah,
that defense is
great
going
offense.
to feast on Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush didn't look good at all in that last game. Hopefully, they can get another
Picks,
practice
3
under
picks.
there and figure things out. But for now, I think still I can see the Rams winning by 10 or more. So yeah, I'm loving
You're
the favorite Hawk
you're
swooping
telling
in
me
on a big spread.
you're telling me the Cooper Rush era is over in Baltimore already? One game in, and Cooper Rush is done.
I don't
I
know.
know
He
what you
just
mean because I took Kansas City against the Ravens 2 weeks ago, and then I took Houston against the Ravens last week, and I think the market has caught up to the fact that Baltimore is just a wounded duck, and that's why they're getting so many points at home. But the only thing that worries me is it's their worst home loss in like 30 years, so pretty embarrassing. A lot of the national media is making fun of them, and this and that. And so I think they'll be motivated, but it's going to be tough for them to, I think, score more than 20 points. So their defense is going to have to step up. Derrick Henry is going to have to be King Henry again, and maybe they can keep it close. But tough times for Baltimore, Jer. And the Rams, Puka Nakua is on pace to set the NFL record for receptions. So
exactly. He's going to
LA
keep
Rams.
rolling. So that's why I love it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to silver. Tell me why you are jumping on taking the Patriots on the road minus the 3.5.
They're just getting better and better every week. I know they didn't look too hot in the beginning of the season, but I really think that they're going to take advantage of this opportunity and not play down to their competition and see it as an
Mm-hmm.
opportunity to maybe get a blowout or score lots of points or just play really tough and take down a weak team.
Mm-hmm.
They're still weak. They should have lost that game. Like that is just classic blundering. 5 straight possessions in a row with a turnover. It's like
Turnover.
almost
Yeah.
unheard of. What do they got? A college quarterback in there?
Pretty
Oh,
bad.
so
Yeah.
yeah,
They do. They do.
it's I
But I
and then
mean,
and then New
I've
Orleans
been
still
more
only scored
impressed.
field goals after that. After handing it to them time and time again, field
Mm-hmm.
goal, field goal. Like they got a couple of touchdowns, but whatever. They
Mm-hmm.
don't look good at all. So that's
I'm more
kind of
impressed by New Orleans than you are. I think they can be like they haven't. Besides that Seattle game, that was the only game New Orleans really got blown out. So I think New Orleans is more competitive than people think. But I don't know. I would need a touchdown to bet on them. So if I don't get 7.5 points, I don't think I can go close to the Saints. So you're taking New Orleans or New England in New Orleans, the battle of the news. So Patriots over Saints for you. I am taking the bad news Browns once again. They let me down last week, but they were in control most of the game last week. But went back with them plus 5.5 against the old beat up Steelers. Steelers defense, not exactly what it used to be, Jer. It's not the black and blue Troy Polamalu days. They've been letting up a lot of points,
They're coming
and
off a bye, though.
their rush
They're
game
coming
hasn't
off a bye,
impressed me.
man.
So they are coming off a bye, but every game they played, they could have lost. You know what I mean? The Jets game they could have lost. Patriots game they could have lost. The Vikings game, like so. I just like they're kind of like Arizona. Like they play to their competition and they're just playing close games. So I'll take the points
Yeah.
in this game. Cleveland loses by 3 or 4, and they play inspired. It's divisional, and we know these
Yeah, I
divisional
haven't
games
forgot
are
all those
tooth and nail.
13-10 games and 9-10 games that Pittsburgh
Exactly.
and Cleveland have, but I think
Ugly.
that it's going to be a little different
Yep.
just with the bye, coming off the bye, having energy. Cleveland has
Mhm.
traveled. They're going to be just extra tired. And I know it's a
Oh, I
divisional
know.
game, but these teams are a little bit different.
Mhm.
And I see Pittsburgh
Well, I
winning
think
by at
Cleveland has the
least.
better defense. Cleveland has a better defense. I think
No,
Cleveland
I
has a better
understand that,
rushing
but
game.
it's just with
Yeah.
everything, just with the
Mhm.
trip,
Oh,
with the
I know. The
travel and the
dynamics,
week off, and
it's
this,
a
I just
bad
see
spot.
Pittsburgh
It's
winning
a
by a
bad spot for
touchdown.
Cleveland schedule.
Mm.
No, but Pittsburgh doesn't win by a touchdown, do they? Like they only time they won by a touchdown was when New Orleans gave it to or New England gave it to them 5 times. So right, like it's pretty pretty rare. I just think Pittsburgh's not a team that wins by margins, so that's why I really like the points here. And Cleveland's going to play tough. I think they traded away Flacco for a reason. You know, obviously he's
Yeah,
not
they
the
obviously
future.
love
So
Gabriel and Shador. If
yeah, I'll give Shador a chance
yours
too. So
moved his way up to the second string, apparently. So
he's on the way up at least. He doesn't have to worry about miming his responses. Okay, speaking of beat up and sorry, I'm taking the worst team in the NFL, Jer, the New York Jets. Plus 7.5. I bought it up minus 115. Pure fade of Denver. That was Denver's Super Bowl. They're down
beat
14
the
nothing.
champ.
They come back and they beat the champs. Exactly. They were dancing in their locker room. You know, they were just busting their cherry, blowing their load. I don't buy it. I mean, I know Jets aren't good, 0-5, but okay, let's look
They're
back.
embarrassed
Pittsburgh, they
though
lost
right
by
now,
2. They're embarrassed. They
right?
lost to Pittsburgh week 1 by a couple. You know, they lost to Tampa by a walk-off field goal. So they have played tough in a few games. The Miami game, they had like what 4 turnovers. So you know, you're not going to go the whole season without creating 1 turnover. And I think Denver's going to be let down, right? You're going to be flying across, the pond. And I mean, Jets. I don't think they're going to win the game, but you got to be competitive. You know, your owner is wasn't he the ambassador to the UK or the US ambassador or some shit? Consulate or some shit. So maybe they got some mojo. But it's an ugly dog, and you know I love my ugly dogs. They're wounded, but
This
I
week
just
for
think Denver
sure.
is fat and happy. I took Denver last week, and you know they came out and they popped their cherry. So I'm going with a hungry team against the fat and happy team. Let's see what happens. Jets plus 7.5. Jer, tell me why you are taking the commies minus the 4.5 on Monday night.
There will be no revenge. There will be no Hail Mary either. I know Chicago looks
Maybe.
kind of like they got their act together, but I don't think so. I think Jaden Daniels is back, baby. He's going to roll. He's going to be rolling. They'll win by at least
It looked good
10,
last week.
10 or more. That Washington defense looks great. I know maybe Chicago will score some points, but I just don't see them scoring more than the Commanders. I know 4.5 is kind of a weird kind of a number, but yeah, no, I see him winning by a touchdown or 10 or definitely more.
I thought the number would be bigger. I thought Washington would be like -6 or something like that, but I think it's just a scheduling because the Bears are coming off a bye. But I mean, Washington just dominated the Chargers last week, and yeah, Jaden Daniels is back. It looks like he's in full flight. Debo has been playing really well, surprised me, and they might get Scary Terry back. And we got what's his name, Bell in the backfield. Bill
Yeah, he's doing
Jacory
great.
Crockett and whatever his name is.
Yeah.
He might be the best rookie running back so far. And yeah, it sucks. Omarion Hampton from the Chargers, another injury. He's on the IR, the young rookie running back. Every week, another injury for the Chargers. I mean, wow. Like, what can you say about them? They were flying high, winning 3 division games. You lose to the Giants, and now you get beat down at
It's
home.
the AFC West
So,
curse. I'm telling you, it's something with that division. Just each team has its own little stride. I know Denver looks like they're on the upswing, but it just seems like every team's got
yeah,
their own demons that they just haven't worked out yet. They
they
don't know
do.
who's going to win the division. They don't know who's going to make the playoffs. It's kind of interesting for the first time ever. It's not just the Chiefs or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
Chiefs had a bit of a hangover first couple of weeks from getting their ass beaten in the Super Bowl. And yeah, I mean, Chargers were flying high 3-0 after the first 3 weeks, but the injuries have caught up to them, and it's not looking that good. Obviously, Raiders have lost 4 in a row. That's not looking good. People are saying fire Pete Carroll, bench Gino. Yeah, good thing for them. They got Tennessee coming to town, so that is going to help things. Okay, dog
Who
time.
knows?
Um, we got to get a dog winner from you, Jer. You are liking the Detroit Lions, Stan
Detroit
Campbell and
Lions.
gang.
Sorry, going against
They
you, but I just saying it looked like the most
That's all good.
delicious of the dogs. Nice toppings on
Mm-hmm.
there. So yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
definitely that was one that caught my eye for sure on the dog list. I wasn't big on too many of them. I'm the favorite hawk. So Detroit's gonna be the one.
You are you are Sammy Square. We know you. You are definitely liking the chalk. Okay, well, I mean, I'm taking Seattle. They're not much of a dog either. Going into Jacksonville, Jacksonville's 4-1. Seattle's 3-2. Jacksonville probably could have lost every game this year, and Seattle probably could have won every single game. Just a couple of untimely turnovers by Darnold, but yeah, you think Seattle's going to be motivated, losing a tough loss at home. The Road Warriors and Jacksonville, I think they might have just won their Super Bowl last week, Jer. Monday night,
No doubt.
Trevor
That was
Lawrence.
huge.
I still can't
I
believe the
seen
guy fell
third and
down
seven.
twice. All
I
Kansas
thought
City
it
had to do
was
was touch him. Every single time I watch that replay, I'm like, okay, how does this idiot get into the end zone? He trips and then he gets up and he falls again and he gets in. I don't know how Chris Jones is watching him run in, but yeah. So I'm liking Seattle in that game. I think Seattle's running game's better. I think their defense will be motivated after letting up 30, 40 points last week. And yeah, I think going up against Trevor Lawrence compared to Baker will be little better matchup for the Seahawks. So they want to get back on the winning track. Jacksonville, they're not getting style points, but they are 4-1, as quirky as it might seem. All right, teaser time. I am taking the Rams under a field goal down to 1.5. And I'm taking Seattle up to 7.5 over a touchdown. I already played this game yesterday, so I got it punched in. I knew Seattle was going to go down to +1. Um, Tell me why you're liking your teaser of SF and the Packers.
even before when the early lines when week 6 came out very very early. I was looking at certain lines and I just love the 49ers +10. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
thinking necessarily they're going to win
They
that
could win that.
game.
I think
I'm
they
not
could.
thinking that necessarily they're going to win that game, but just I love the double digits with that team, just the way they played and scrappy and
Yeah.
definitely backdoor situations. They're not going to let up, and you know how defenses just sit back on their heels when they're up 2-3 scores. They don't care. So yeah, I really see
Well,
something more along the lines of that happening. Some backdoor coverage. But yeah, I really love it. And then Green Bay, the hugest spread in a while, and I just want to knock that down. I think they'll easily win by a touchdown. So yeah, I'm
mm-hmm.
loving that.
You're not worried about the new Joe Flacco trade there for Cincinnati? He's going to revive that offense and
Hey, I'm
He
sure
does have a
you'll do
deep
better
ball.
than the young guy, and
Brownie,
take advantage of those receivers. Let's see.
Brownie's chicken, Jake Browning, who was the interception machine that they faded against Minnesota, and then I thought he could keep it within a touchdown against Denver, and that was probably one of my worst picks of the year. Okay, so that's teaser time on this week's show. Let's finish it up with Survivor picks. Jer, somehow you've lost your Survivor pick the last 3 weeks.
I know
What?
I'm out,
How the
but I'm
hell is?
still picking.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. What are you liking?
I'm liking the Broncos. I think they could take advantage of all these losses, these rare losses in there within their division, and try and get some kind of
Mm-hmm.
pad to stay atop the division and maybe go win loss for the rest of the season, still winning the division possibly. Who knows? Kansas City's got to get
Mm-hmm.
their act together. So I really like them to just win, baby. Who knows if it's by a last-minute field goal? If the Jets get some courage and make it close, but yeah, I think they're going to continue to roll.
Hey, the Jets are technically the home team, so they got that going for them in London. Maybe they'll have more of a home field advantage than they do in New York because, man, they played some really, really bad football at home against Dallas and against Buffalo. Like those were two of the worst NFL games I think I've seen in a while. I am taking the Green Bay Packers, like you said, the biggest favorite. It's the chalk pick of the week. I haven't taken them so far this year, so I said might as well. Let's pick on the wounded Bengals. Joey Flacco, the old man, see what he can do. Yeah, Green Bay is rested too, so I got that going for them. And that pretty much wraps it up for this week, Chair. Any final thoughts you want to talk about Thursday night's game? Divisional battle against young Jackson Dart and the Gigantes? Yeah, you ready for it Thursday night? Okay. We will be back
Can't
then.
wait to get back to the winning ways. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby.
Giants is a good start to have. All right, guys. Catch you guys
Peace.
later.